doing? I hope you're really well. Here I am with the new favourites video for March. It's April now, yeah, so it's for March. I'm going to make this favourites a little bit different. So what I'm actually doing is favourite people / authors. So over the last couple of months I've been reading a lot of different books and sort of studying quite a few different people, and I've picked 5. They're not necessarily my favourite. I think it's 5, 4 or 5, 4, sorry. They're not necessarily my favourite overall, but they are things that I've really enjoyed, that I think have really helped me, and I hope they're going to help you. So here we go. Okay, so the first person that I've chosen is Martha Beck. Now, some of you may be really familiar with her work. She's seen often on Oprah. She's one of the most famous life coaches. She's an American lady. I really like her. I've only really become familiar with her quite recently. And I read 2 of her books, which I've got here recently, which is Steering by Starlight and Finding Your Way in a Wild New World. Okay, I think this one was this one's fairly recent, last couple of years I think. I think this one was around 2010 or 11, something like that. But they're both really, really good books. I would really highly recommend them. Now, not only am I picking 4 people that I like, I'm saying what I think what I've found they're good for, and what I find Martha Beck is really good for, and what these books are kind of about is about life purpose, finding your purpose, staying on your purpose, and really manifesting without karma, you know, so like more spiritually pure manifestation, and about bringing forward that which was meant for you rather than trying to force things. So I really like it. I think it's very, very helpful. It's very practical. What I like about Martha Beck, she's very much focused on what she calls a wayfinder. I would see it as very similar to a light worker. She talks about the wayfinder's way, particularly in this book when she talks about how mystics and different wayfinders from different traditions all over the world have similar qualities, and about how they manifest things and how they can help the world, and how you can use your way and your light in the world. So I really, really recommend both of these books. They're both absolutely fantastic. And it's really about finding that joy and that satisfaction in your life for you regarding your purpose, shining your light, and uncovering your best self. The second book I want to recommend to you is Kyle Gray and this book, The Angel Whisperer. Now, if this isn't his first book, it's one of his first books, but I'm pretty sure it's his first book. Okay, so this is a really, really fantastic book for connecting with your angels and for understanding about angels. So that's what I would recommend this book for. Now, again, I have seen Kyle Gray. He's Scottish. I've seen him twice at conferences, so I'm fairly familiar with him, but it's the first book I'd read of his. I really enjoyed it. It's an interesting mix of story, both his story from when he was a child and he awakened to the angels, and his experience of how he awakened, and his experience with interacting with spirit world and the angelic world. Okay, and he explains his experience really well, but it's also about the stories of readings that he's done. So things that he has brought to light for people, how he's helped people, how it's healed people, and intermingled with the stories of both his journey and people that he's read for. You've also got practical advice about how you can connect with your angels and how you can help yourself in your life. And it's quite interesting because I think it explains quite a lot about the spirit and the angelic realms and world. And so if that's something you're interested in, I would highly recommend it. It's very convincing, it's very encouraging, it's very absolutely love-filled. You know, it's really full of unconditional love. It's really a beautiful, beautiful book. So, you know, I would highly recommend it if you're interested in the angelic realm. And even if you're not particularly interested specifically, but you're very interested in awakening and unconditional love and about those things that are beyond the 3D, I would highly recommend this. The next book I want to recommend is kind of, I would say it's almost exclusively for the divine feminine. Now, this doesn't need to be females, but it needs to be people who are connected to or feel strongly drawn towards the divine feminine. Okay, so yeah, and that's Megan Watterson Reveal. It's very much along the lines of the Rebecca Campbell books, Light is the New Black and Rise Sister Rise, which I've already recommended to you. But if you haven't watched that video, please read those books. Rebecca Campbell's books are excellent at helping you to understand and uncover the divine feminine. Megan Watterson's book is equally helpful. I found it just slightly different, her tone's slightly different, because obviously she's a different author. So I think I sway in towards the preference of Rebecca Campbell, but everyone's going to be different. It depends on your preferences. But I would really, really recommend this book. I think she's got a really nice style. Again, a little bit like the Kyle Gray, she intersperses like her journey from a girl, a young woman, through her life, and like her awakening journey and how she was called and what she did and what she experienced. And it also goes into quite a lot of detail about the struggles that she went through. So this is really encouraging and supportive for anyone who is going through an awakening experience, whether it's through having an awakening type of relationship like a twin flame, or whether it's just that you feel that you're waking up and you're awakening to being a light worker or a wayfinder, as Martha Beck calls it, whatever you want to call it, an awakening soul. If you feel like this is you, this book may well help you, particularly if you're divine feminine, like I say, because it really helps to, it's really helpful because you'll think, oh, it's not just me. You know, there are other people experiencing these symptoms, these situations. So it's going to be great for being supportive. It's going to be great for anyone who feels a little bit isolated and like, is it just me, this situation that I'm in? You're going to find that's helpful. This book, though, is great for feeling the sort of ceremony and the beauty of connecting very deeply to that divine love, the divine love of Mother Earth and the divine feminine. The way it's written, the situation she describes, it's very much about connecting with those symbols, that deep, deep love that's present in the divine feminine. So it's almost got a bit of a ceremonial quality to it. You know, when you're reading it, you feel very drawn into the collective feminine and drawn into the you know, you feel almost like, or I felt like, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, I felt almost like I was being drawn into this divine feminine collective, and like I was united with all women and with Mother Earth when I read it. Very much like I do when I read anything by Rebecca Campbell, or may I add, see Rebecca Campbell or spend any time in the same room as Rebecca Campbell. She has that quality as well. So I'd highly recommend this, particularly if you are a divine feminine or you identify in any way with the divine feminine and you want to kind of connect with that. Okay, the last book I would like to recommend in this video is Outrageous Openness by Tasha Silver. Now, I'm recommending this book for a general way for you to apply your concept of divine love and divine unconditional love and understanding and your more spiritual way to your everyday life. So, if you know what I mean, like most of the people who are watching this video are awakening souls. You're aware of unconditional love, you're aware of trying to stay in that place. But this book is going to help you to actually take that into your everyday life, how to apply that knowledge and that understanding to your everyday life. Now, the foreword is written by Christiane Northrup. Now, I would have said possibly most of you will have heard of Christiane Northrup, but you might not have heard of Tasha Silver. Now, Christiane Northrup says, I quote, "This book will change your life. I refer to it regularly." Now, she actually says in the foreword that maybe I saw it on a video, but anyway, she said that she keeps this on her nightstand and she refers to it all the time. So whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I think that says quite a lot about how great the book is. I absolutely love this book. Yeah, I can't recommend it enough. And like I say, it's really about applying that understanding of unconditional love to the everyday. It's very practical, it's very helpful. And it says it all, because it says letting the divine take the lead. This is like how to be, and it's obviously outrageous openness. What it is, it's like she says, it's about being really open and about allowing yourself to be led. So it's exactly what it says. So it's like how to let God into our lives and how to let God or source or the universe guide us. You know, so how to practically apply it in our lives and how to allow that to help us, you know, in our everyday lives. And I can tell you it made a significant difference to my life. So I would really recommend it. Right, so that's my favourites for March. So I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you get a chance to read some of these books. If you want to leave a comment in the comments below, please do. And let me know what you think of the books. So much love to you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Mwah!